Well, you remember, Kathy, 8 years ago when Hillary Clinton was running against Barack Obama, and night after night after night, it was the focus of what we talked about. I guess it was at Air America 8 years ago. And I remember saying over and over again that if you really want to know what Hillary Clinton's about, take a look at her record. And I think that applied through a lot of the legitimate press. Take a look at her record to the point where she decided to hide as much as she could. And the result of that has been this opaque candidate, Hillary Clinton. I can remember getting pissed off about some of the things she was saying about the other guy, Obama. But this time I'm angry. I mean, I'm really angry that the snide, shitty little attitude that she and her minions, as you put it, and her husband, God forbid, the shitty attitude that they're putting out there about Sanders. They can't attack him on his record. They can try to piss on his ideas, calling them unworkable or they're too big or what have you. She's a very small-minded person where it concerns everybody else, where it concerns herself, her husband, her immediate group of groupies. I think she's very concerned. But to have Hillary Clinton sitting as commander-in-chief or the person making foreign policy decisions just scares the hell out of me. The only thing that scares me worse would be the asshole, Trump.
Asshole Cruz.
Well, Cruz doesn't have an ice cube's chance in hell. I don't care what they're talking about. Cruz is dead meat on the highway. He's just playing this silly little ass game. We got all the votes in Colorado, all the delegates. Anyway, getting back to what you were talking about, the fundraiser was last Thursday at Hickenlooper's house, governor of Colorado. The event was private, but it took place outside in a tent in Hickenlooper's yard. Anyone nearby would be able to hear much of what was going on. So the Clinton campaign wanted to make sure that didn't happen. According to CBS Denver, a reporter, Stan Bush, tweeted that the campaign pointed a white noise machine at the street just before Hillary Clinton spoke. I mean, what a shitty thing to do. I mean, that is just so. It's just so crappy.
And you talk about bad optics. I mean, what the hell? That just looks so awful. Just like, oh, hi, press corps. I mean, who wants to do that? Who wants that to be your image?
Yeah.
You know, do you want to piss off the press? It's just weird.
Yeah. Oh, she's just driving me to distraction. And the other thing that is really bothering me is the superdelegate shit. You know, I never paid too much attention to that until this year. Super pooper. I mean, you know, who knew? I didn't what a superdelegate was. And here, Clinton has corralled, I guess it's Democratic Party rules, thanks to Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She's corralled all of these superdelegates. And if you take away the superdelegates, there's not that much difference between the elected delegates that she has and Sanders has. And the other thing that's really pissy to me is the way. And I don't get this. I just don't understand it. Sanders keeps winning state after state after state in the caucuses and a couple of primaries. But when it comes time to dole out the delegates, it is so out of balance, it seems to me. I mean, I don't know. But here again, these are these arcane kind of medieval rules that the Democratic Party has set up. And I'm sure it's to prevent someone like a Bernie Sanders from ever gaining traction in these primaries and caucuses during an election year. And Sanders has kind of thrown a monkey wrench into their little trick machine. But it's just starting to irritate me, and especially when I watch her. We watched some television while we were gone. I mean, what are you going to do? But when she gives these speeches in front of people, and for a while it seemed like she had learned to STFU when everybody started cheering and yelling because of some applause line that was written into her speech. And all of a sudden, she's dropped that. She doesn't do that anymore now. What happens is her voice goes up and up and up, and her eyes, I mean, she looks goddamn demonic. I mean, she really, you and I talked about this. She looks like somebody who's right on the fucking verge of just leaping through the television and throttling me, you. Yeah, with that wide-eyed, that intense, I don't know, did somebody tell her, you've got to prove you've got balls and a penis, and the way you do that in this man's world is just talk real loud and real nasty and make your eyes big. Jesus God.